Hello, Flosstube. Welcome back. My name is Teresa. Hello. This is the Garden Goose Stitcher Flosstube. It's been a minute. We are now in November. Today is Tuesday, November something. 19. I have not checked in since the beginning of August. I didn't mean to be away for so long. I don't know what happened. Life really moves fast. It truly felt like a minute. But I have a check-in. I've been stitching. I wonder if you thought I quit stitching or just quit Flosstube. Neither. I just was busy, I guess. I don't know. So I went on 2 little stitchy trips and I've been stitching a bunch. I finished a whole bunch. I didn't bring it all because first I couldn't really remember from August. Last time we checked in, I was talking about how I really needed a rainy day. And I had a whole stretch. And I spent like an entire week painting 141 boards and all of that. And then when I thought about pulling them all out, I thought, it's either I don't pull them out or I don't do Flosstube. So I chose not pulling them out because it was too much. But when I pull them out to decorate my house, I'll be sure to show you. Also, none of them have bows. So whenever I pull them out, I'll have to do bows for them. So anyway, let's talk about where I've been, what I've been doing. Also, can I tell you thank you for all the kind comments? And many people have checked in the large drought of Flosstube to check in and say hey, and I appreciate that. And so here I am. Okay, life. The garden is been put to bed. I ended up having a great salsa harvest. Like, I got a lot of tomatoes, not a ton. Enough for a year's worth of salsa. But I still had a ton of yard sauce, so I didn't feel the need to put any of that away. Okay, so the garden is put to bed. I planted my garlic. I cleaned it up. It's sleeping. Oh, do you know where I am? That's a big life update. Let's talk about that. Did you know that I've talked to you before and I gave a tour of my tiny craft room, my 72 square foot craft room, which I know some people don't have any craft room. So I'm trying not to complain, but I do think that 72 square feet, when I have so much fabric and quilty stuff, I don't think it can't hold my cross stitch too, because that's really escalated. And I feel like when I got that pink cabinet, it really helped a lot to like put it all in one spot. But then it still continued to be a problem. So do you know what I did? We have this really strange little closet in our living room, and I stitch downstairs anyway, usually watching TV. So I moved all my craft stuff, my cross stitch stuff, down to the closet in the living room, and I love it. My husband painted it for me. I put up some peel and stick wallpaper to make it cute. And there were already shelves in there. My pink cabinet fit like a glove on the one side because it's just this little 2-sided thing. And so it's all cross stitch. It's all finishing because before I had that stuff sprinkled around where it would fit in the house. Everything is in that closet now and I love it so much. And I stitched down there, so if I need something, there it is, because you know this is a quad level house. So before cross stitch stuff, my supplies were in the top level and I was stitching on 2 levels down. So it's really convenient to have it right there. Sometimes I just will be stitching and I'll be watching Flosstube and I'll just go kit something up because I'm right there. So when I was trying to figure out, so basically, now that my cross stitch stuff is not in my sewing room, I have swoon blocks cut out because a whole bunch of Flosstubers and cross stitch friends were doing a swoon along in October. But I did cut out 9 swoon blocks, so those are laid out. And I have a couple of other like Christmas gifts in the works right now. So I thought, oh, I don't know. How am I going to bring up all the cross stitch stuff and stitch and do a floss tube up there? So I thought, I'll just do it at my dining room table. Most people do theirs at their dining room table. And then I don't have to take it up two floors and then down 2 floors. So this dead plant, please don't judge it. It's trying. It's got some new leaves you can't see because of that little pick. I've had that thing forever. It's had a rough summer. But it's put out new down here. I don't know if I should just chop this off. If you're a house plant expert, let me know. The thing about it is, if it's going to be this short again, it's in this giant pot. So anyway, please don't judge. I mean, you can do it, but just maybe just don't put it. No mean comments. Okay. So I went on 2 retreats. I went to the pep rally, and that was, I don't know if I talked about that before. I had to change my plans to go to Stitch New England. And do you know why? I don't know if I mentioned it. Basically, I'm just going to assume everything is new information. Sorry if you've heard it before. After Stitch Florida in July, I came home and I went to order our meat birds. We grow our own chicken. And all of the ship dates were taken until like mid-August. And I was expecting to be able to get one much sooner. And so when you calculate 8 weeks out, it was smack dab the same exact weekend as Stitch New England. And so I really just can't miss it. Plus my cousin was doing her meat birds like right at the same time. And I thought, okay, even if we put off my meat bird date, I can't put off both for a cross stitch retreat. So I got a refund, and Pam was really great about that with her retreat. And I had to cancel Stitch New England, and that was really sad. And I had major FOMO, but because of that, I decided to sign myself up for the pep rally. When I was in Florida, I had talked to Chantel. She had room. Andrea, my friend Andrea, and I went, and the designers were stitching with the housewives. And it was really a fun retreat. I love the pep rally. I'm signed up for next year. So I love it. Also, it's raining, so hopefully you can't hear that. I also just went to a little friend weekend, and I had a really good time. So that's where I've been. But I've been stitching, and so I have stuff to show you. Anything else? Oh, so I did chickens. So since I've seen you, I've raised full birds and put them in the freezer. Nate has started school. That's probably the reason I've been absent. It was a humongous change for us to send our child off to public school. He goes to the Ed Tech program here in our county. He's taking the HVAC program. It's like electrical, mechanical, plumbing, but it's basically HVAC. They do all of those. He loves it. I think he does not love waking up. It was quite an adjustment. I think the first month he took a nap every single day. And so he got his driver's license. When have we talked? He got his wisdom teeth removed. We started our second phase of braces. I don't even want to talk about this that they cost. But so we started the second phase of braces for him, and Lord, he needs them. Bless my husband's family and their teeth. But so we started braces. They wouldn't put bottoms on until he had his wisdom teeth out. So we hurried up and got that done before. I wanted to make sure he was all healed up before hockey. And so he had all of his teeth cut out. He never had anything. He never had a blood draw. And so he got his driver's license so he can drive himself to school. Well, the school doesn't let you drive yourself to the Ed Tech building. They've had problems with kids goofing off. So Nathan has to drive to the high school and then walk his happy butt onto a school bus and take the school bus to the Ed Tech building, which is like, I don't know, 15 minutes away. So I'm constantly on Life 360 watching my kid, who never speeds, except for I can tell when he's on the Ed Tech bus because that lady goes 70 miles an hour down a 50 mile. I ain't joking. She speeds. And I've been on those roads. I don't blame her much. But anyway, it's been life altering, to say the least. Then hockey season started. So he has hockey 4 days a week, plus this past weekend games started. So this week we have hockey Monday through Saturday, every day, 4 practices and 2 games. Last week he had his first game and he got a goal, which is a big deal because last season it was elusive. He had a lot of assists, but this year, first game of the season, he got a perfect slap shot, nearly from the blue line, went right in. It was so good. If you ever watched hockey, it was like chef kiss. Perfect. So that's probably why I haven't been here. And while I'm up early, I've been cleaning my house at like an appropriate amount, like deep cleaning and doing all sorts of stuff. So, but here I am. Anything else I should tell you about? Okay, let's check in with my book of days. I want to tell you that I've also been doing, I got a planner. I got a Sterling ink planner. Several people I know have used them. And this past year, 2024, has been the first year I've been consistent with the planner. I have a happy planner that I use for the house, and then I've been using the book of days, and I like it very, very much. I ended up buying a smaller planner, and I think it's a rain alert. I know. But it's smaller because I do have a lot of space in my happy planner, even with stickers. So I've been planning a whole bunch. And I can tell you that I'm so pleased that I was consistent with this book of days. I pre-ordered the coming year. I pre-ordered 2025. And some Brenda Gervais patterns with that. I'm waiting for those. But okay, let's go back to August. Since we last checked in. Okay. August. Let's see here. So in August, I stitched darn near every single day. I did not get much done. It looks like I got 3 things done. I'll show those. I stitched every day but 1, maybe 2. Look at me. And then in September, I stitched a bunch. Went to retreat. There's a little snapshot of me and Andrea and Chantel. I got 4 things. I'm just flashing that pattern. Listen, I don't know. It seems like it's at the store. It looks like I got 4 things stitched that month. That's good. And October. Here in October, I stitched every day pretty much. Oh, maybe there's a couple days. I used a big sticker to fill in a weekend. And it looks like I've got 4 things done in October. And then in November, I haven't stitched every day. There was a couple days where I was busy. What was I doing? Oh, I think that's when I was moving whenever I was moving my stitchy stuff from upstairs to downstairs, I sure didn't get much stitching done. Because it really takes a lot to reorganize everything. So, and I needed to organize anyway, and then for it to be moved, it was like my chance to really make it matter, make it right. Do you know what I mean? So that took me a minute. All right, let's go to FFOs. Guess what? I have a couple. And one of them, when I was thinking about not doing all of my massive FFO accomplishment from August, I was thinking, yeah, but I want to show you this one. And it's on my Instagram. So if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen it. But I finished Farm Life. And I think I had just finished it last we spoke. But I fully finished it. And I might have even talked about it. But I love it so much that I wanted to make sure I showed it to you. So this is Farm Life. It is Little House or Country Cottage? Little House Needleworks. I stitched it on Fiber on a Whim, Milk and Honey. I finished it on this chalkboard. It had a cork board on top. You can see the top is a little bit loose, but it's fine where it hangs. So it was, when I first moved home, my cousin, the one I mentioned last time, the one that several of you found, and she messaged me and said, have you talked about me somewhere? I said, yeah, I have. And we went thrifting a bunch, and I bought a fur vest I never wear, but we went a lot of thrifting, and we went to an estate sale in our hometown, and I found this. It was still on the wall right by the back door where it had been. I bought it. I'm sure it was cheap. The corkboard was destroyed. The children had written on the frame, but I love it so much. It sits right by my back door, and the stitching, you can see I sewed the cross stitch to some fabric. I mounted it on foam core. It sits in there like just right. Like it's in there, but it's like, you can see it moving a little bit. It's okay. It sits right by the garage door, which is actually like right over there is where it hangs. And I love it. Every time I walk by it, I just love it. So that was one of my favorite finishes probably ever. It's not perfect, but that doesn't matter. So that was one of my finishes. When I went to the retreat, now you'll have to pardon, when I went to get this out of the bin, dang, the bow had fallen off. At the retreat, the designers were Priscilla and Chelsea from Stitching with the Housewives. I had seen them once before at a Stitch Etc. retreat 2 summers ago in Indiana. But they came up to Chantel's, and it was a fantastic retreat. Fantastic retreat. I had a great time. And this was the pattern that they sent us for pre-stitching. Now, I signed up in July. The retreat was in September. And did I wait till the Sunday before the retreat that started on Thursday? Yes, I did to start. I did wait that long. But I stitched one of them. And I thought, well, I'll do one of them, then I can do the finishing part. I don't look like a total heel that didn't do the assignment. And so that's what I did. This was really fun because Chantel had painted these. I think I heard her say never again, but I'm not positive. And so we had those rounded dots sticky board from Fat Quarter Shop. Gosh, they're nice. And Priscilla's plaids or Chelsea's checks, one of those two. And I stitched it on something I do not know. And did I write it down? No. Because you know why? Because it was Sunday. Hurry up. Maybe this is what came in the kit. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I do know that whatever no, this is not because it's an Ada. And they sent a 25 count. And my dear friend, Andrea, she had not done 1/2 or 2/2. Yeah, she had not stitched over a hole. Over 2. She had not stitched over 2 before. And I didn't think to mention it to her. And you know, she stitched that thing 1/1, or 2/1 actually, 2 threads over 1. And she texted me and said, is this right, or is it supposed to be Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? And I said, oh shoot, hold on. I gotta tell you something. Oops. Anyway, this is the sweet bow that goes up there. So also Priscilla tied that bow. It's like an autograph. Basically, when I was like, how do I do this right? She just will do it. Also, listen, Chantel had this button maker. It was so good. I'll have to show it to you someday. Maybe I'm the last one to find this button maker. Also, if you sit with me in the 2025, you maybe get one of those button makers because it was such a good one. So anyway, it's like a little sprig, a cute bow tied by Priscilla herself, and then a button. I thought it was really cute. And then there was the other boards were different shapes, but they were painted red, and then they had that little gray thing. It was great. I had a great time. Great time. Okay, so that was Priscilla's class. And the Chelsea brought the baby, and she's like as sweet as can be. It was super fun. Okay, so out of the blue, back in August or September, for some reason I needed a palette cleanser. I've been doing really well on my whips, knocking those out. I've been really enjoying the magazine projects that I had started during New Year's Eve 12 by 12. I've really enjoyed those. I think I've stitched all but 3. And it's like November? I wonder what November is. Anyway, but for some reason, out of the blue, I needed a palette cleanser. And so I was looking, maybe I was cleaning stuff out. I don't know. And I came across Autumn Garden by the Scarlet House. Somebody had given me the kit from Silver Needle, or I found it somewhere. I feel like somebody gifted it to me. And if it was you, thank you so much. I loved it. I really did. I didn't use the called for fabric. It was linen. And I used Fox and Rabbit flannel flower. I think it's a 16 or an 18 count. I'm using it for something I'm stitching downstairs right now, but it's a secret. I can't show you. But I loved it so much. I stitched it up in like 2 days or something really fast, and out of the blue. And then not long later, my friend Holly had said that she picked it up, or somebody else did. Maybe it's Jess, Como Stitches. I don't know. A whole bunch of people have started stitching it since then. So anyway, I just finished it with some fabric I had laying around. I just stitched along the bottom, and I love it. I think this will stay out. Do you know I'm a late Christmas decorator? I am hosting Thanksgiving this year with my family here, so I'm going to leave out fall things. But I don't like Christmas up for too long. It makes me feel like I'm like I can't breathe. Maybe it's the dust on the Christmas tree, because I do have a dust allergy, but it's too much for me to put it up right after Thanksgiving. There's years that I do, depending on how I'm feeling, but how anxious am I? That's the kicker. But most of the time I try to wait till December is in the double digits. Sometimes it's right on the 10th, because I look forward to it, and that way it's only up for 2 weeks before Christmas. I like to keep it out till after New Year's. I think New Year's Eve should be spent around the twinkle of the tree, obviously. But anyway, okay, so that was the finish. So that'll stay out. Basically what I'm saying, it'll stay out until I put up Christmas, which will be a minute. After that, also, I don't have it here because I gifted it. Last we spoke, I had just finished, or I was about to finish, Summer Daisies by Stitching with the Housewives. It was one of my magazine starts on 12 by 12, and it had the cow on it and the flowers, and I had either just finished it or was about to, I don't remember, but I fully finished it on a paddle from Chantel's, and I'll put a picture in. I gifted it to my cousin at Cousin Camp. She hosted on her farm, and after that I was told that I should be hosting Cousin Camp from now on. I don't know. But anyway, so I gifted it to my cousin. I took a picture. We all went camping. I took a picture of it in my RV window before I took it to her, so you can see. It wasn't a great finished picture. That you can see her barn in the background and kids running around, but at least I got a good picture of it before I gifted it. Also, strangely enough, my cousin has started a YouTube channel. I think it's called FarmTube. I don't know. Is that a thing? Should it be? She started a FarmTube, and so she only has a couple of videos, and I think they're portrait instead of landscape, but that's not my business. But in her latest video, you can see it hanging in the farm shop, where indeed it looks adorable. Adorable, just like I hoped it would. So that's this that was this FFO. And then my last FFO that I'm going to show you was another one of my magazine starts on the 12 by 12. It was called Pumpkin Patch, And it was by, hold on, Twisted Willow Design. Her name is Barbie Locks. It was in the Just Cross Stitch magazine from last year. So Halloween magazine from 2023. And it was a fun little, sweet little stitch. I think I took this with me on my little trip in October, my friend trip in October. And it's just very nice. Love it. Finished it in a pillow, stitched it on the bottom. Used some Teresa Kogut fabric. So, okay. Those are my FFOs. Is that true? Also, I don't know what this fabric is. It looks like a 14 count regular, whatever I had in my stash, doesn't it? But, you know, I did. You know, I have a lot of that 14 count. I still like using it. Okay. I think that's it. Oh, okay. Now, finishes. I have some finishes. They have not been FFO'd. Are you ready for that? Get ready. I believe last we spoke, my September, I don't have the chart. It's probably got put away. When I move my stuff, I actually like put some stuff away where it goes. My September Prairie Schooler, it is done. Was it done last time? No, it wasn't. Let me check. I don't think it was done last time. Can I tell you how much I really enjoy? No, it was not done last time. How much I really enjoy stitching on these Prairie Schoolers, even though they're on 14 count. This looks like it's an entire package from Hobby Lobby, or maybe it was one of those vintage ones, those older ones I got at the thrift shop a couple of years ago when I got that big bag. I love it very, very much. I think that when I started this, I feel like I had this little guy done and some of this. I don't know, maybe some of the words, but I enjoyed stitching that. Anyway, so that is a finish. I need to finish I have now 3 Prairie Schoolers, I'm going to show you October, that are done that need to be finished. But you know, they take an entire board of sticky board if that's what I'm using. After that, I couldn't tell you what I stitched. But I do know that when I went to the retreat in Williamston, I stitched on Charlie Chicken, and I don't know where the pattern is. It was printed, and it was printed sideways, and so I think I probably pitched it because, you know. Ooh, and I stitched this during the retreat at the Stitching with the Housewives. I have the other one, the Claudette Crow, where she's pushing a wheelbarrow. That's super cute. And I intend to stitch, this is why it still has a needle in it, and it's been in a project bag with the floss. And I stitched that wagon wrong. I'm sure I've shared a photo here of what the cover art looks like. And I had kitted this up with the other one, and I think this is that darker blue is the color of the wagon, or the wheelbarrow, and the wagon was supposed to be a light teal color, but I didn't have that one. I had to buy it at Chantal's, but it was too late by the time I realized, and I do think that that is cute anyhow. You like that? This is on Mojito Smoothie by Grace Notes. It's a 16 or an 18? 18 count. I'm pretty sure I'm stitching that with 2 threads, because I like the coverage of that. So I got that done during the retreat or right afterwards, one of the two. I couldn't really tell you. Since, I don't remember if I picked this up in August or when, but I did finish Queen of the Harvest. This is a With Thy Needle and Thread. I stitched it on Old Lawn. Who is that by? Perhaps, I don't know. I think it's a 32 count Old Lawn that I had gotten a scrap bag or got somewhere. And I changed up some of the flosses. I couldn't tell you what. And I know I put Smyrna's in the bottom of her apron, and then it made everything a little bit off. But I still think it's beautiful. I enjoyed stitching on it. I ended up selling this with my friend Missy, and she finished long ago. I don't know how I shall finish this. I kind of want to have it framed because I think it's so beautiful. Maybe I shall. So that was wonderful. Old Lawn, 32 count. Hey, I wrote something down, guys. High five. Anyway, while I went on my little trip, I took this series. I picked up a series. That next year, that is going to be my challenge, to finish my freaking series that are half done. Sorry, I almost cussed. This is Country Cottage Needleworks October Cottage. I had started these back when I first started stitching. I'm pretty sure Pet Quarter Shop was doing a sale, and I love a sale. You know I love a sale. So I took this on the airplane with me, stitched it on my little trip, and I got done. I'm pretty sure this is from Hobby Lobby. It's like the natural. It's got stuff in it, you know, little fibers. So it's not ironed, obviously. But I'm glad to have that done. I'd like to go through. I have the Cottage of the Month. I have the Sampler of the Month. I have a couple more Prairie Schoolers months to do. I have a couple more of the Barns, Sweet Barns. Did you do those with Pet Quarter Shop? It's just like a start. And I stitched many of them. I know I didn't stitch November because October is still up. So, you know. But I would like to finish those. So next year. And also, did you see Little House Needleworks just showed a new something of the month? It's several houses. I have no business signing up for that, but I probably will. Also, I have these also got put away. My friend, my very sweet friend Annie, the Proper Stitcher, sent me a huge pack of her new patterns a couple months ago, and it was so kind and generous. And I ended up stitching this right up. I did a little sale with a couple of my friends. It's Frances Grayson, her new little sampler. I think I shall have this framed because I think it's cute. I used the call for. Kind of wish I might. No, I must have used a DMC conversion. I did because this is silks, I'm pretty sure. So I used the DMC conversion. I wish I maybe would have changed my purple a little bit, but I love it. I love it so much. And it was a fun sale. What is this fabric? I don't think I know. I do not think I know. And I don't think I wrote it down anywhere. It might have been... Oh, is this an LFA? It might have been an LFA, but do you remember that when I have LFA fabrics, whatever they are, all the names are mixed up because of the way I open the packages. So, it's a pretty fabric though. And that was a nice little finish. I think I just stitched it up in a couple days. And this was one of my magazine starts, and it took me a bit longer. It was my ABC project for a while. I remember stitching this at a pool party in August. Must have been. This is stitched on 16 count Luna Moth. Does that be Stitch Me or is that Grace Notes? I don't know if I could say. Also, I think I threw away the magazine. In previous Flosstube I've shown it, but it's an oldie. It was an oldie, like from the 80s, maybe 90s. And I think I hear geese. Sometimes if the gate's not shut, they like to come up front and eat all my plants. But I still have flowers blooming, you guys, up front. I still have my snapdragons have flowers. My petunias still have flowers. A little protected up here with the trees in the house. But anyway, so this was in my car for a while. But you know, now I don't really spend a lot of time in my car because Nate drives himself to hockey every day. And if he has to go to a game, he has to drive himself to get there early. So I don't have to go and drop him off several hours early. So, it's been nice. But I think I took this to the orthodontist. Maybe that was before he got his license. I don't know, you guys. But I finally finished it. And I like it. It had a lot of back stitching. I'm not going to lie. I regretted that a little bit. But it was done. It's done. And I like it. And last finish, possibly. This is on that. Oh no, there's one more. I worked on this a heck of a lot last month. It didn't go fast, I'll tell you. I do have my card out. My October Prairie Schooler. This is on from Hobby Lobby. That burlappy natural 14 count. And I like it very much. October. I spent a lot of time with this. Probably like 3 weeks. Maybe I was just distracted. But I'm glad it's done. I think I have, if I had to guess, I think I have March, June, and July left. And then, there's one more. This was, hey, I haven't thrown away this magazine. Oh, I have a story to tell you about magazines. Just wait. This was from a Counted Cross Stitch from August of 1990. And I did this during the 12 by 12, New Year's Eve 12 by 12. And it's that little hen on a towel. I did not stitch it on a towel. And I changed her white eggs to be colorful eggs because my chickens lay colorful eggs. Don't you know? And this is a scrap of 16 or 18 count fabric. I couldn't tell you what it is, but it's soft, so it makes me think it's a fiber on a whim. Maybe it's cream and sugar. You know it like me. I don't know. It's serged on 2 sides. Remember, I have quite a few scrap bags from Stitches and Things. She used to sell those, but I like that little hen. She took a day. That was from, I don't know which hour. Maybe it was November's hour. But it's done. So those are my finishes. That was a significant. I was stitching. Okay, I have new starts. I wish I had my whip list right now. I'd like to tell you. But I do think that I'm under 24. And can I tell you the thing that I'm excited about for my whip list and whip go for next year? You know, I've been rigging whip go this year because I like to stitch seasonally. So I've been putting my seasonal whips into the squares when they're called so that I'm stitching seasonally. I'm a cheater. But I feel like next year, a lot of the whips that are on my list are not seasonal. So they can get called fairly. I won't have to cheat next year, you guys. Randomly, probably right around the time I did Autumn Garden, I was just feeling antsy. Probably maybe it was while I was stitching that October. I pulled this out. When did I even get this? I don't know. Our Humble Homestead by Teresa Koget. I just decided I wanted to stitch it. I pulled it out. I picked some fit. I'm pretty sure this is wheat. Fiber and Wim wheat. And I took it. Ooh, Nate had a little during fall hockey. Because, you know, fall hockey is just like fun. And it's doesn't really count. So there was like 2 scrimmages and 1 tournament. You know what I mean? It wasn't significant. But during the tournament, I had to stay. Usually my husband does them. I'm happy I did. But it's my husband's thing. He like loves it. And me, I'm like, okay. So this is how much I've gotten done. I used all color and cotton that I changed. So you can see the house has quite a bit of variegation. It's a little bit darker. That dress is no joke. Can you see that? It's like 2-tone. And I remember at the hotel we had to stay the night. Well, we didn't have to, but it would have been stupid to drive back and forth. Plus, we're not morning people. So that 9 a.m. game, you have to be there an hour early and drive an hour and a half. So we got a hotel. And I was watching car auctions on cable because we don't have cable. But actually the channel it's on comes on Friendly. I have the Friendly app, so I watch some things that way. But I was watching car auctions, and they were like auctioning off all those old Broncos that are convertibles for like $75,000 or $100,000. It was cool. Anyway, so I remember stitching that skirt while I was watching those car auctions. And I still have to do the animals, the rest of the border, people's heads. But it was just something I picked up. It's on my whip list now, but I'm not mad about it. Gosh, I love that wheat. And I switched it to all color and cotton. You know I love doing that. I took this, maybe I took this in October to my little retreat with my friends. I also, October 1st, I think, I started, I don't think I printed off a cover sheet. Cozy Autumn by Emily Call. Oh, I have a story to tell. I don't think I printed off the cover sheet, but I'll put it in like I normally do. I picked up this fabric I have. It's Bee Stitch Me Willow. It's a 22 count. And gosh, I love it very much. It's very pretty. But I even paid attention when I started it to make sure that the weave was going correct, but my floss still slips between the strands of the weave on this 22 count. So this is all I got done. I think I stitched on it for like a whole 5 days, and that's it because I have to stitch in a hoop to keep it extremely taut so that those do not slip behind the weave of the fabric. So it's slow. So it's 22 count Willow by Bee Stitch Me, and I changed all of the floss to be color and cotton because you know I love that. So I started this on, it was September 1st, not October 1st. A long time ago, you guys. But, gosh, I love Emily, and you know I love her patterns. So, I've been stitching on that. And, let's see what's next. Oh, my friend Jody and Felicia were doing a sale with dear friends. Oh, I just ordered fabric from Felicia. She owns an Etsy shop called Floss and Box. And I ordered a bunch of rosemary, the new Camille fabric line. Oh, it's so pretty. This is Fiber on a Whim Cream and Sugar. And this is all I got done because I want to sell with my friends, but also I had other stuff going on. I think I might have started this right before I took my little trip. Maybe I took it with me, I don't remember. But I remember Missy beat me, was beating me, and I was like, oh, not that it's a race, but if it were, I was losing. I switched fabric. I think I switched. No, it was kitted. I bought it from Jody at Simply Stitching Ocala on her Etsy. Came with a cute needle minder, and it came with the floss. Now I remember, it's all coming back to me. So I think I'll set this aside for next year because I'm kind of over fall. Although I have in my whips, you'll see I'm still stitching fall. On a whim, I started one of those ornaments that came. I'm not going to show them in my haul, but I did order the Chantel 141 ornament box. Did you order it? It's so good. I ordered it last year, and I really do like the ornament wood pieces. But this year, coming with the pattern for it to go on, oh, it got me. I started an ornament right up. Oh, I was like, oh, I will start this today. And was that responsible when I'm trying to maintain a good whip number? No, it was not responsible. But I did start Plum Street, All Is Calm. I love that little donkey. And I had a heck of a time finding a good gray brown for that. I did not have the call for. And I ripped out that donkey one other time, and I'm not doing it again. So it's a browner donkey than gray. But I used a mix. Let's see. Did I write it down? No, I did not. Looks like I have a mix. Oh, coloring cotton. One classic. This is what I'm using. Ooh, I'm using Forbidden Fiber Glass Elevator 18 count. Looks like I bought this at StitchCon long ago. And I got a little, I just wanted to stitch that donkey, and then I pretty much abandoned it. I started doing the trees. That's pretty fun. I'll pick this back up as soon as I'm done with my whip for the month. So, and I want to stitch all those darn ornaments. I want to stitch the mittens and the snowman. I loved all of them. It's a good problem to have. Is that everything? Those are all my new starts. Wasn't that irresponsible of me? You know I'm trying to get a grip on my whips. What was I thinking? I just made water. I'm so sorry. Okay, I have one whip to show you. I picked this up. It was assigned to my whip go, and it is Feast of Friendship. Started this last year when everybody was doing the There's Room at the Table file, and I changed the house that has 3 different flosses. I think I changed it to be one variegated, and I love it very much. The house was pretty much done. I just had a little bit left. I used Weeks Dye Works Twilight for the house, and I love that. I don't regret it one bit. And everything else, I think, was the DMC conversion. I don't think I changed anything else. And I picked this up probably, I meant to spend a week with it. And then when the week was over, I thought, I just want to finish it so bad. So bad. So that's what I'm trying to do. That fruit basket's been keeping me busy. And I really hope to get this done. Okay, I'm almost done with that fruit basket. I gotta do that pineapple. I can do it. I can do it, right? What fabric is this? It sure does look like wheat or ale. I didn't write it down. My bad. And I think I even... No, I know why. Because this was that mystery color. I had 2 fabrics to choose from. I was trying to pick from De Bloom and De Mystery. Isn't that what it was? I think that's what it was. So, it's a mystery. It sure does look like wheat, doesn't it? Might be. I don't know. But I like it. And I'm hoping to finish that. Anything else? I'm going to let's talk about my retreat a little bit. I know I talked a little bit, but let me tell you, I had such a good time. Next year is Robin Pickens. I'm pretty sure it's sold out, but you can get on a wait list because life changes and people pass away and all that jazz. But Andrea and I sat with complete strangers. We just plopped ourselves down and some women showed up, and it was so much fun. 3 of the women were from Michigan. 1 woman was from Ohio, but not far. And the three of the women were a friend group, and they were just an absolute delight. They were all of the women at the table were a delight, but that friend group was sassy with each other. And I'll put a picture up. The Denise from Ohio, and then Barbara and Laura. And then Ashley, that was her first retreat. And her husband was nearby. I don't know if they stayed at a hotel and he was hanging out there. I don't know. But he came and had lunch with us one day, and it was a really great time. And there was lots of friends there. I passed out Zots. Some people were cussing me out. You know what? If you can't handle a good time. But I just saw one woman survive having her Zot, and then I'm pretty sure I heard her mom say, "I hate you." But anyway, so that was a really good time. And then and I don't know if you saw the footage of us out on the football field. It was just really fun. Really fun. I had a great time. Okay. Okay, let's talk about haul. Haul. Okay, I have a story to tell, a little one. Okay. Somebody, probably Holly, posted something that she had seen in the Facebook page that is run by Little House Needleworks, Diane from Little House Needleworks. And I didn't know that group existed, but I do now. And that really led me on quite an adventure because I went to that group and I ended up finding, maybe this was the pattern that she was talking about. There's in these magazines, it's For the Love of Cross Stitch magazine. Little House Needleworks, this is 2002. Oh, I had just got married. But there is a set of stand-ups with a nativity in it. And I wanted it so bad as soon as I saw it. And so I found, it's in 2 magazines, July and September. And I found July's on Amazon right away. And I could not find September anywhere. Anywhere. So I bought July's. And I'll tell you, the whole time I was searching for these magazines, I was thinking, if I saw this on a freebie table, I would have passed it up based on the cover. You know? But I found July's. I think I paid $19 with shipping because I don't think it was available for Prime. But I was like, okay. Okay. I found it at least. And then I searched for like weeks and weeks and weeks regularly on the internet, checking eBay, checking Etsy, checking Amazon again, just in case it was on there. I couldn't find it anywhere. Went to the pep rally, was searching the freebie table there. And then when I went on my little friend trip, we went to a local guild meeting. There was a guild meeting happening with a sale. So they were bringing, part of their fundraiser for the guild was they bring their old stuff and they sell it. And I thought, what are the chances? Do you know where I'm going with this? I found it on the freebie. Well, it wasn't a freebie table. It was 50 cents. So I found the September. I went over there. Weren't many magazines over there, at least laying out when I first walked over there. I think there was a box, and I'll be darned, the September was in there with the other half of the patterns for that nativity. 50 cents. And then don't you think that works out for cost? That means I only paid $8 for each if you break it up. So it was quite an adventure of my life. And also, since I've been on that group, I went and found other things, this leisure art, the joy in the journey. It had this sampler, and it has a couple of others. I think this has a whole bunch of patterns. It's a Leisure Arts. Leisure Arts owns it. She was talking about it. Let's see. Aren't those pretty? So that Facebook group page should be entered with caution because you're going to see stuff you want. Okay. Also, on a side note, as I pull my haul from my Longaberger basket, I've gone down a total Longaberger basket hunt. It started with the market basket with the topper that is perfect for cross stitching. I found, my friend Holly has a huge basket collection, Hobbies of Holly. If you've watched her Flosstube, you've probably seen them. And she had found me a market basket. And then I was redoing that closet, and then when I was looking up something, and I saw someone's craft room organization, and in their organization they used cute as heck baskets and boxes. And I thought, oh, I want that. I want pretty baskets and boxes for my storage instead of just the run-of-the-mill plastic totes or whatever. And so Holly had found me a basket that has yellow and flowers. I can't remember what it's called. And then recently, since I redid my closet, I had searched, I found another picnic basket. I found a couple other baskets, and I found another market basket. So I took my lid, because this one's really cute. It's super pink. It's just pink stripes, and I like it very much. So if you don't know, everybody's getting these in their heart. They're getting hard to find. But Holly has quite the hookup. I don't know. Ohio is the treasure trove for Longaberger. So this little easy bake oven tray fits in this little hole. It has all these little sections. See, and then you can put cute things in there. There's a flower frog. And then Jody makes orc container. She hasn't made it in a long time. But it fits right in there. Like the way the cuff is on this pouch, it fits right in there. And then I just found a little bottle that'll fit right in there for your M&Ms or your snacks. Do nerds will fit in there? And then I bought this little frame. I found a little frame to put in here, but I need to stitch something for it, and then I need to secure it down in there. Also, in Florida, Jessica, Sweetwater Stitcher, she had brought hers with her to the retreat, and she had whitewashed her basket, and it was really cute. But I don't know if I can be that brave. I'm going to be thinking about it. But as I was just thinking about the market basket, as I'm pulling, I've got a magazine basket. Not this pep rally, but the pep rally prior. My table mate, Betty, brought a Longaberger magazine basket. I don't know if she brought the magazine or the newspaper basket. One of them has feet and one of them doesn't. And I thought, that's the most perfect thing, because she just had it sitting next to her at the retreat. And it had all of her stuff in it, and it was fantastic. So, anyway, I've been down this, I've been in a journey, a Longaberger journey. That's all I got to tell you. Okay, let's go through haul, and this is not all of my haul. Because first, a lot of stuff found its home when I moved my cross-stitch stuff downstairs. And so, I'm not going to pull it out of there. And I'm not going to show you the ornaments. They're all over the internet. But, yeah, that's good. I also just went to Stitch in Time last week. So, it was nice to visit there. I had bought this. Holly, once again, Holly, you're an enabler. Had talked about, somewhere on the internet, somebody was talking about this box. There's one on Amazon. It's very similar to this box. And so I found the box. It comes with 2 of them for not very much. I think it was $9. And so I got the pattern to go with it. I'd like to stitch this, like this year, possibly. I wonder what my December whip will be. I don't know. Maybe I don't have one. So I bought that. I ended up buying some Fiber on a Wing Moonstone. I'm stitching something with Moonstone right now. Or maybe not. Am I? Where did I even get this? I think I bought this online. A lot of times I've been buying stuff and having it travel with the pattern. This, I went to Stitch in Time and I bought some fabric, and she cut it for me, and then she didn't label them. So now I'm up. Now I'm in trouble. These are 32 count. This is a 32 count. This looks like a 28 count. I'm in trouble. This one is really pretty. Gosh, what was it called? Wish I knew. And then I'm going to have to find my receipt. Hopefully she wrote it down. And I think this is either, I know this is a Fiber on the Wing. Because I thought about buying the, it doesn't do you any good to show you. Basically, I have 3 or 4 more of those Prairie Schoolers that were, all of them have been stitched on 14 count. And so as I'm thinking about those last ones, I guess I'm going to continue on the 14 count, or I need to find some good 28 count Lugana. So I was looking for Lugana, and I think I ended up getting 32 count though instead. So I think one of them is, whatever I bought, I have that in 18 or 16, and so I can label that one, but the other one I do not. The one that with the darker blotches. That's not good. I also picked up this at her shop. It's pretty. And this one, I think I might darken the colors a little bit. I'm not a super bright Christmas person. I bought the Stacy's Creative, no, Thread the Needle. Thread the Needle. Her mystery bag with Jess Como stitches and Susan Sweet Wings. So it came with this pattern from Susan, and then it came with this super cute pouch. Or it's a project bag, but it's smaller than the typical Como Stitches pouch, and I love that size. I have stuff in it right this minute. And it also came in a Siggy's Closet needle minder and a floss drop. A cabochon. They're both cute. I'm glad I bought those because I love them. While I was at Stitching Time, this is all on order, obviously. I bought this book, Home for the Holidays. This has a lot of patterns in it. I also, on a whim, no, I know exactly what happened. I was watching somebody, and they were talking about their Jingle Ball plans to start. Erin Elizabeth's, let me find it, Believe. And while I was on Erin Elizabeth's buying Believe, I ended up buying another. So they're a whole bunch of girls during the Jingle Ball are going to start this. And they didn't invite me to their sale, but I don't need an invite. I'll just do it. I love that. And so I bought that. And while I was on her site, I bought this. And I like that very much too. Trio. Winterberry Trio. And when I had a minute, when would I have had a minute? I don't know, but at some point I thought, ooh, I should start my Prairie Schooler fall because I've stitched the spring and the summer. They're finished on a little Stitch Etc. board, and they hang out in my living room, and I have not stitched fall or winter. And then I was thinking about doing that, and guess what? I didn't even have fall, so I had to order it. So I bought that. Autumn Leaves. And oh, who made me buy this? I couldn't tell you. Somebody. I ended up buying this. Who was showing this? The Scarlet House, Jane Cowie, 1850. Love that very much. Hey. I'm sorry. When I bought that, I think I ordered that from Hobby. I don't know where I bought it from. But I obviously ordered a giant chunk of it. 28 count Lugana. It's a fat half of cream and sugar. So obviously this must be some. They look about the same. So maybe that is 28 count. And I also bought, and I don't know where my label is. It came in a little baggie. And I was ordering something. I ordered a piece of Cedar River linen. Cedar River dye work. I don't know. I ordered my first piece. It's an 18 count. And I like it very much. And I wanted to give it a try. Some friends have been using it, and it seems really nice. This is called Albarium. In theory. Oh, that's all. That's all. Listen, I bought a lot more stuff since I've seen you, but I couldn't tell you why or where it is, and stuff have been put away. And maybe someday when I'm caught up and I'm in more of a better routine, perhaps I'll show you the inside of that closet now and how I have things stored with all my Longabergers. But since I missed you, and since I haven't seen you in a minute, I wanted to do a quick giveaway for friends. And I have two. I actually have more of them. I think I'll do three. Because I have 3,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. You're all so nice. And so I'll do three. But I made these needle minders when I was at Stitch in Time. She had these cute, she had a ton of buttons, and I was looking for buttons for something else. And so I bought this. I bought these little, we talked for a long time whether it was a duck or a goose. But I think it's really cute. And so if you would like to be entered to win, please use the word. Maybe use the word goose. And because I made several of them, they're all the same. So if you would like to enter one, and I'm keeping one, so we'll have matching. Then when we sell, we can use the same needle minder. Let's talk about a sale after this. So giveaway, if you'd like to win, please use the word goose. I don't have any goose updates. I don't think. Do you know that we had a heck of a time with Moose, our goose, being accepted into the gaggle? I don't think I've talked about it. I wasn't really worried about it. Actually, I was a little bit. I started to get a little worried about it. They accepted Esmeralda in so quickly, but they finally enough, they let Moose and her token duck in. Because, you know, I bought Moose a duck to keep her company. So it's Moose, the goose, and Cluck, the duck. See how it's contrary. Also, can I tell you that I have lost my mind. I'm sure you're glad I'm back here to announce that I've lost my mind. But I have decided to do the Anniversaries of the Heart Sal next year. Have you heard Jess from Sweetwater Stitcher and Tiger Lily have been talking about it on their Flosstube? Oh my goodness. I have been behind on so much Flosstube. Last week, somehow, I ended up binge watching Sweetwater's. It's probably why I have this fresh haul. But I ended up watching, like, I don't know, 8 episodes all in 1 week or something insane. And it was very inspirational. I got a lot of stitching in. And I decided to do the Anniversary with the Heart. I even printed out. Tiger Lily has this master checklist for the floss, and it has all the patterns. I've ordered them. I only had one. And so, and the thing about it is that whenever the last time Carrie from Tiger Lily had shown her Anniversary of the Heart, which she started several years ago, whenever she showed hers, I just loved it so much. And I thought, oh, I really would love to do that someday. And now that she's restarting and that there's going to be a sale in the new year, I thought, well, here's my time. Here's my time. I'm not overwhelmed with my whips anymore. Praise the Lord. And I have a lot of good whips, but also I'm going to want something fresh to stitch next year. I know that I want to finish up my series, and so that might get a little boring because I have a feeling I have a lot of the same months undone in all of those series. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it would really stink to have to stitch June every single month. But I think I have to stitch 3 or 4 Junes for the monthly series I have. So anyway, I know I'm going to want something new. I'm not new to this. I'm going to want something fresh and exciting. And so I ordered the floss. I ordered the patterns that I didn't have. I found a piece of fabric in my stash. It has over 1 stitching, so I want to use a Lugana or a linen. And I found a huge piece of 28 count Lugana that is doubloon, which is really pretty. and I think the white will show, and so I'm going to do it. And now I've been having a great time considering which persons in my family or, people I want to put in each house or each block. And so I've been really enjoying thinking about that, like, so I'm excited about it. Other than that, I have no plans. I plan to watch a lot of hockey. I plan to finish my Feast of Friendship, finish that ornament. I have a couple other Christmas things I'd like to stitch. I don't know. What have you been up to? Where have you been? Who'd you see? Where'd you go? What'd you do? It's been a long time since we checked in. Can I tell you I appreciate all of your kind comments? And it blows me away that I have such kind viewers that leave me such wonderful messages. It still humbles me. It's still really, I don't know. I enjoy you guys. And if you're not following me on Instagram, I post regularly over there, mostly pictures of my flowers. Sometimes I post a sassy reel. And anyway, so I'll put my Instagram, a link to my Instagram handle down in the description box. And there's something else I was going to link you to. Oh, my cousins, if you want to go watch her farm tube, that's your thing. It's kind of interesting. My uncle did a nice little talk about corn. So, that's fun. It was about GMOs and non-GMO corn. Anyway, you want to watch that? I bet you their content will be really fun. Her and her husband have a lot of projects, a lot of stuff going on. So, anyway. Hey, you know what I'm going to try to do? I'm going to try to be consistent. How about that? Wouldn't that be a regular if I was consistent? I'm going to try because you know why? I miss you guys and I like documenting the things that I've stitched. And I like sharing that with you because I get so much enjoyment when I sit and stitch with Flosstubers. So I just like that. Anyway, I'll check in hopefully sooner rather than later. There is no reason I should disappear for several months at a time. Anyway, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate all of you. Happy stitching, friends. Bye-bye.